and travel. They say it's not the destination, but the journey that matters. There will always be the one for every one.
Naimbag na aldaw kada kayo amin. I am Chino and I'll be traveling with you as we explore the several historic and well-known pilgrimage sites in La Union. A journey to a sacred place. But first, allow me to introduce you to La Union, one of the most important provinces in the Ilocos region. Also known as the surfing capital of the North, the Garden Coast, and the pilgrimage center of North Luzon. Ilocos Sur in the north, Pangasinan in the south, Benguet in the east, and the South China Sea in the west are its neighbors. It has a 149,770 hectares land area. It is located 57 kilometers to the northwest of Baguio and 273 kilometers north of Manila. The Ilocos and Cordillera Administrative Region, which is located on Luzon's northwest coast, is entered by La Union. It is known as the Pilgrimage Center of North Luzon because it is a well-known pilgrimage destination for religious enthusiasts, particularly during Lent season. In addition to being a surfing destination of the north and having many botanical gardens. The St. Peter and Paul Parish Church in Bawang, La Union should be our first stop on the tour. It is 48.3 kilometers from Baguio City and 255.8 kilometers from Manila distant. It was started in 1850 by Augustinians missionaries, making it one of the oldest churches in the nation. Leonardo Caliado was able to rebuild the church after it was completely damaged by an earthquake in 1892. The aisle in the church is the biggest in La Union, spanning 53.43 meters in length and 1.6 meters in breadth. Because of the aisle, most couples who decided to have their marriage legally recognized at this church did so. On the other hand, the primary feature of the church in the San Pedro Bell, which was returned home after 115 years in the hands of Americans. Last May 23, 2016, the 400-year-old San Pedro Bell, which had been in New York City, was returned to its original home. Pindangan ruins are only a short distance from the main road and are 7.8 kilometers, a 15-minute drive from our first stop. The fact that the ruins are the remains of the oldest church in the region makes it truly beautiful as it showcases the beauty and history of the province. The traditional way that people store fish they catch is referred to as pindang in Ilocano. The Pindangan ruins, a 253-year-old Catholic church built by Spanish missionaries, was built in 1764. The majority of the population went to Mass there when Catholicism was brought to the Philippines during the Spanish era. Sadly, due to the church closeness to the sea and continuous evasion by pirates and foreign invaders, St. William the Hermit Cathedral was consequently constructed. The Pindangan ruins are still subject to strict preservation guidelines, however, and have a maintenance schedule. They built a chapel where Mass is said in its former altar as well. The Pindangan ruins are the only ones in town that most resemble older structures with a Spanish influence, and not to mention that the church walls are still securely in place. The San Fernando Cathedral, popularly known as the St. William the Hermit Cathedral, will be our next site. Pindangan ruins is 3.6 kilometers away and takes 13 minutes to get there. San Fernando, La Union is home to the Roman Catholic Diocese Administrative Center, also go by the name San Fernando Cathedral. In 1764, Ferdinand, the church was started by Santiago Olarte and Francisco Romero. It belongs to the Lingayen Dagupan Archdiocese. As a sub-diocese, the church was a part of the Archdiocese of Nueva Segovia prior to the creation of the diocese. The chapel's original location was in Pindangan, presently known as Barrio San Vicente. Augustinian missionaries Padre Jose Torres convinced the two settlements to combine as Pindangan in 1759. Under the guidance of Saint William the Hermit, he and the locals were successful in building a church in honor of the Catholic King of Spain. Pindangan was renamed San Fernando in 1765 by the Spanish priest. Friar Fernando Rey, William of Maleval, the founder of Catholic section known as the Williamists, a branch of the Hermits of St. Augustine, is the patron saint of the cathedral. The parish fiesta is held yearly on every 10th of February. The Machu Temple is our final stop. It is 850 meters from the St. William the Hermit Cathedral and will only take us 4 minutes to get there. Along the coastline of San Fernando City, it is a spectacular landmark that rises over 7 stories or 70 feet above sea level. The Machu Temple is thought to be the earliest and biggest Taoist temple in the country. It was built by the former tourism minister Jose D. Aspiras and the Chinese community in the Philippines. It is the ideal place for the fabled goddess of the sea and the queen of heaven, because it provides a breathtaking view of the South China Sea. The temple is a huge complex that features sculptures of Taoist disciples, lions, towers, pagodas, gardens, dorm, and a ton of parking. One of the temple's features is the majestic 5-door gate, which is unusual given that Chinese temples normally only have their archways serving as the main gate. One can meditate, worship the gods, and pray them for wisdom in this temple. According to the devotees, everybody who enters a Taoist temple has the ability to communicate with the gods. At the Machu Temple, during a Burium session, the temple is open to Catholic visitors who wish to visit a Taoist tourist destination. Currently, La Union has developed into a fast weekend retreat for visitors to Luzon, particularly those from Metro Manila who want a vacation from the metropolis. It is true that La Union has a lot to offer, including stunning waves, top-notch natural attractions, historical buildings, a blooming food scene, and a well-known pilgrimage sites. After all of this, I sincerely hope that everyone will enjoy the journey and discover La Union's hidden beauty. And
Are far
see
away.
you on our upcoming journey.